Hi, it's Sherri from A Quilting Life, and I'm here today with my June Works in Progress 2025. I've got several fun things to share with you, along with a new product I just found out about at one of my retreats, and some much awaited 108-inch quilt backings to share. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm just going to preface this video by mentioning that I have been out of town quite a bit. I did 2 4-day retreats back to back in southern Utah with Camille Ross Kelly, and my daughter Chelsea was there for a little bit of those. And then I was home for a week, and then I left to Dallas for 3 days for a shop owners retreat called Motivation. So yes, I have not been sewing this summer yet like I want to, but hopefully very soon. But I do have some really fun things to share today. So first of all, I have my mug rugs for June. I thought it would be super fun to do a, red, white, and blue mug rug. These are just like mini placemats if you're not familiar with a mug rug. And you can set a cup there, a bowl, anything you want to, use it to protect your table. I used our raspberry summer fabrics, and you can make them just with scraps. They go together super quickly. There is a pattern available for this, but it also has a pillow option where you make 4 of the flag blocks and put them together in a pillow. So really super excited about that. We will have a link to that pattern in the description. Okay, something else I did actually mention in May, we did a Blockheads kickoff video, and Blockhead 6 is well underway. This was my block 1 that I shared in that video, and I've since had 2 more blocks. Block 2 was from Lynn Hagemeyer, and I used Delightfully Yours. Is it all Delightfully Yours? Oh. A little bit of Raspberry Summer mixed with Delightfully Yours for that block. And then block 3 was from Ann Sutton of Bunny Hill Designs. And I went back and used some older fabrics along with some newer ones. So this is Strawberry Lemonade. This is Simply Delightful, but this is Delightfully Yours. So I really do plan for this to really be a fun, scrappy quilt. And I know there have been a lot of questions about, do you make 1 block or do you make 2 blocks each week? So there is a setting that Moda has where you make 2 different versions of each block each week. I am not going to use that setting, so I am just making 1. And I actually will have my own setting. As soon as I get it designed, I will share it with all of you so you can start thinking about that. But it will only use 1 of each block. That's the plan. Okay. Another thing I'm super excited to share with you is this quilt that is going to be in the 2026 American Patchwork and Quilting calendar. So, and I believe I am the July quilt, which makes a lot of sense with all the red, white, and blue. This was a really fun project. I didn't make it recently. I made it last summer. So summer of 2024. But anyway, it does use Raspberry Summer. I was super excited to design something super summery and super patriotic with that group. It just, if you have this collection right now, it is in stores right now. It is, the reds and blues are just great for your summer sewing. I did use the Dresden cheater print for the backing, and I did have custom quilting on this one from my friend Val Krieger. While we're on the subject of red, white, and blue, that just happens to be the colors of our 108-inch Delightfully Yours wide backs. These actually just arrived at my house the other day, and I love them. I wish they had arrived in time to use with some of my Delightfully Yours projects, but they take a little bit longer to get here from the mill, and so the sample yardage just barely arrived. But they will coordinate beautifully with our collection. I'll definitely be using one of these for the backing for my Moda Blockhead 6 and any other quilts that I sew with our fabrics. So there's the red. And if you don't know about these, they are folded twice, so it is 108 inches wide. And they have just a really nice feel to them. They do have a little bit tighter weave than regular quilting cotton. And so that results in that beautiful finish. So we've got this in the white. Now these are not in stores yet, but they will be in September. And the wide backs tend to sell out pretty quickly, so you'll definitely want to watch for them. But they will be in stores in September. And this is the navy. So all three of our large prints in that collection Moda did as wide backs, and just super, super excited to have these. Okay, I've got something else that's really fun. I've actually had it hiding under this quilt. But I love doing some good old-fashioned Christmas in July sewing. And this is a new pattern that I have for you. It is a wall hanging. It's about 27 by 27, I believe. And I used our Favorite Things collection for this. I love little Christmas projects, and since it's square, you could use it for a wall hanging or also a fun table topper. Something else I thought of, I do love the light gray in that collection, but you could do these chain blocks in a green, or I could have used the pink or the lighter green, darker green, either one. I feel like with the posts and the stars and the red, I probably wouldn't have done them in red, but if you wanted a lot of red in your quilt, you could definitely do that. But yeah, super cute. A couple friendship stars, a couple trees, and a patchwork sawtooth star, and just bordered it with one of my favorite prints from that collection and used the stripe for the binding. And I did use the little snowflake print on the back. And also I'll show you, I do like to put in my quilt hangers before I bind, because that way I can stitch the binding down over those. So I've got this ready to either hang on the wall or use as a table topper. Now, if you're watching this on the day that this video comes out, you might check my shop, because I am going to do some little kits for this. So I don't know how many I'll be able to get cut, but I will have some kits available. They'll probably go pretty fast, but if you're in the United States and are looking for these exact fabrics to make this, I will have them in the shop. I might do some different border options and binding, like some of the border and bindings might be a little bit different. It might be not exactly, but it will be all fabrics from this collection. Okay, I mentioned I wanted to also share something I learned about at a recent retreat. When I was teaching at the Southern Utah retreat, some of the women were using this acorn. It is a glue that you can use to keep your pieces in place before you sew. And a lot of the women were using this, and this is where I think I would use this, to keep pieces together when working on easy corner triangles. They actually were putting just a dot of glue in the section of the easy corner triangle that was going to get cut off anyway, so it wouldn't affect your project whatsoever. But it was a lot easier than using a pin to hold those fabrics together and not have to worry about them shifting while you are cutting. I also saw some women using it to piece their seams open, to press their seams open. They put a little bit of glue and used it to press those seams. So if you've used this before, make a mention in the comments of how you use it. I'm excited to try it. As I mentioned, I just learned about it at that retreat, and so when I got home I ordered it, and it arrived while I was out of town, so super excited to try this. Let us know if you've used this. One more product I wanted to tell you about that I just learned about in Dallas at that retreat is a 606 spray. And it's great for applique. You can spray the back of your fabric and then press it onto the background, and it's never going to move. It's not removable. It is never going to move. But it saves you using fusible papers for that type of applique. So I've got some of that on the way too, and maybe when that arrives and I've had a chance to try both of these, maybe we'll film a video on those two products. But I just wanted to alert you to this acorn and also the 606 spray. Okay, I think that's it for what I've been working on. I do have some other works in progress going on right now, like my block of the month and some things that I really want to do. We will have sample yardage for our next collection arriving in a couple weeks, so I really want to get some things worked on in the next couple weeks, and I will see you again with more works in progress in July. So that's it for my current works in progress for June 2025. As I mentioned, I have traveled about 3 out of the last 4 weeks, and so there hasn't been as much time for sewing as of late, but I plan to get a whole lot of sewing accomplished in the next little while. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it with a friend, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for stopping by.